Have you ever wondered why some people see visions, some hear guidance, and other people just know things? Well, Spirit communicates with us in all different ways, but today I'm going to share with you the 3 main Clairs that if you can access your dominant one, will be opening the floodgates for your mediumship gifts. So today we're going to be talking about Clairvoyance, Clairsentient, and Clairaudience. So stay tuned because I'm going to take you through these 3 Clairs, but also I'm going to take you through a very special activation so you can identify your dominant Clair. When I first started, I thought being psychic was seeing a movie play out in my head. I thought being psychic was seeing a spirit in front of me and being able to have maybe a verbal conversation and hearing what they had to say. I was all like Hollywood, waiting for the big dramaticness to come through. And it didn't. It didn't happen that way. When I did tune into my dominant Clair, everything opened up and I was able to utilize all of the Clairs and work on each and every individual one to strengthen my abilities. I simply hadn't realized the channel that I had naturally. And for me, it was Clairsentient. I felt deeply in my body, in my senses, that spirit was around or there was energies around me. I wasn't seeing with my third eye and I wasn't hearing with my ears. I was literally sensing it within my body. Once I clicked into this and aligned to it and tuned into the frequency, into the reception, into the 5D of spirit, I was able to start seeing the visions and hearing things. So it was kind of like reverse engineering. So this is what I want to share with you today. The top 3 Clairs, plus a bonus Clair of course, and an activation to help you attune into you. Are you ready? Are you excited? Do you know what dominant Clair you have already? Let me know in the comments. I can't wait to do this with you. So let's briefly go over these 3 Clairs. Then we'll do an activation, which is going to actually help you to open up to all of your gifts by literally removing blocks, but also activating your DNA. So this is really exciting. Clairvoyance. Well, this is the one that we usually all know about. It's about seeing spirit. But it's not just about seeing spirit. It's about seeing like imagery or flashes of light or symbols, using cards, the movie playing out in your mind. So it's very visual in your mind's eye, but also it can be with your eyes. Now that is definitely not as common as seeing in the mind's eye, but people do see with their eyes. They can see spirit. I know people that see spirit with their eyes, but it's more likely that you see a little like shadow in the corner of your eyes, or you see images in your eyes. Sometimes I see like little glitches, like it looks like smoke, or it looks like little sparkles around, and that's also a sign that you're clairvoyant when you're getting those little symptoms of seeing things with your eyes. But mostly it's in the third eye. So I'm really curious, have you seen anything? Smoke or sparkles or a little shadow? Do you see images like memories? Do memories pop up? Or do you sometimes think about your grandma and you see like a picture of your grandma in your mind's eye? Or maybe you see the picture and then you start thinking about your grandma. Now, is this a memory or is this spirit? Just saying. So let me know in the comments, what have you seen? Are you clairvoyant? Are you strong with this, or do you feel like you see nothing at all? There is no wrong answer. The second one is Clairaudience. So this is about hearing spirit. So this could be hearing your name, hearing a whisper, hearing something that you were like, did I just hear something, like a mumble? Or, it can be like bells or a song. So you can hear things like high pitches as well. And the thing is, other people might not be able to hear it. If you're hearing the high pitches, you're actually tuning into spirit. But I do know people that hear other languages as well. And they're like, what did I hear? It's usually subtle. Sometimes we get our ears popping. Again, this is a frequency shift when we're hearing those high pitch tones. Sometimes we can hear things beyond ourselves, beyond the room, beyond where we are, nearly like we're tuning into a complete different time-space dimension. And this is exactly what we're doing when we're connecting into our Clairaudience. Have you ever heard somebody say your name and you look around and there's no one around? Have you ever heard music and you're like, but there's no music around, there's no radio on, there's no cell phone around? This is clairaudience, and it can be super subtle. Just like the clairvoyance, it can be really subtle. It can be like a memory. It can be just like something that's rolling through your imagination. And we always say, use your greatest imagination in mediumship, but also tuning into the inner ear. What are you hearing externally? But what are you hearing internally? So it's the other thing that is more likely than hearing externally is actually hearing, what are your thoughts? Are your thoughts spirit talking to you? Have you ever had a backwards and forwards conversation with yourself? Now, I want you to really take note on this and go study yourself and observe yourself, because when it comes to clairaudience, often we're having conversation with spirit with our very own voices in our head. Yeah, that's usually if you're clairaudient. So let me know in the comments, clairaudient. How does this resonate with you? Let's get on to the third one, Clairsentience. This is the one that I tuned into. It was my dominant clair. Please take note. Your dominant clairs can change. They can. So be fluid and do not lock in thinking I'm clairaudient or clairsentient or clairvoyant, because we are all the clairs and we change all the time. So clairsentient, it is the sensing, again, the inward and the external. So you can get the little goosebumps on your skin, or you sense something within your body. I'm sensing something. This is the clair of the empath. You feel that something's not quite right, but it's a sense within your body. And of course, on the external, is you're feeling that maybe the room, the atmosphere around you is changing. So clairsentience is tingles and physical sensations, as well as an inner, I'm sensing something is not quite right. I call this the spidey radar. I know that my clairsentience is on point when I'm like, there's something going on and I am sensing something's off. I'm smelling a rat, or I'm sensing that we're not alone. So, of course, the body is going to tell you by having a reaction, a physical reaction. So take a moment right now to think, clairsentience. Do I sense if something's not quite right? If I walk into a room, I'm like, there's something off here. Or, am I getting cold? Often I'll get cold or hot when spirit is around. Usually cold. I'm like, ooh. Yesterday I was having a healing session. Somebody was working on my body and I became freezing. I was sensing that we weren't alone, but also there was a lot shifting through my body. So we can tune into this when we are experiencing healing as well. Clairsentience. How does this land for you? Pop it in the chat box. How do you sense things? Do you get goosebumps? Do you get tingles? Do you get like, woo, like someone's just walked on your grave? Do you sense that something's not quite right when you walk into a room, or when you're tapping into something or someone? I'm curious. Let me know. Let's pop in a bonus, okay? Let's pop in a number 4. Claircognizance. This is an instant download, an instant knowing, and it's a little bit more bolder than clairsentience, because, they seem like they're quite similar. So claircognizance is, I just knew it. I don't know how I knew it, or I just downloaded this information. I don't know where it came from. I've never heard it before. Claircognizance. I just wanted to slide that one in there. Let me know if you have that as a dominant. I would love to know. Please remember, you have all of the clairs. Let's not define or make anything too solid. But before we go into the meditation, I want you to really acknowledge that there is a dominant clair for you. It does ebb and flow. It does change, but there's something that you have been really good at your whole life. For me, it was sensing if something was off, or feeling somebody else's emotion, being an empath, clairsentience. But some of you are being visual. Some of you are more audience, so you're hearing things. Some of you like sense or just simply know. I'm really curious, what is the one that you think is your dominant? Pop it in the chat. Let's go. I want to see. And let's get ready for our activation. So make sure you've got somewhere nice and quiet where you can come in and tune into yourself for the next few minutes. Are you ready to find out what your dominant Clair is? If you are, find somewhere nice and quiet, close your eyes down and have a nice deep breath, allowing your body to relax and all of your senses and your brain to calm down. Taking a nice deep breath in, breathing in and breathing out. That's it. Letting all of the words drop down, letting everything go, letting your body know it is time to relax. You can come into calm and relaxation for the next few minutes. Breathing in deeply again, filling up that belly. And breathing out, coming down deeper into relaxation. And I'm going to invite you now to drop your barriers. Drop them down, down, down. Making sure you're regulating your breath. As you're breathing out, breathing in, calming the breath, calming the body, dropping the barriers, breathing in light into your heart space and breathing light out into the room. You are guided, loved, and protected. And now I invite you to visualize or feel or sense roots coming from your feet into the earth, anchoring your body down into the earth. Beautiful. Calling in your ancestors, guides, angels, your spirit teams of the highest frequencies, vibrations of the true white light for the highest good of you and for all. I invite you to go into third eye gaze. Visualizing third eye gaze. Relaxing your jaw, relaxing your belly, relaxing your hips, relaxing your hands and your feet. Going deeper into relaxation. Beautiful. And now we ask Spirit, show me a message in my strongest channel. Third eye gaze, repeating if you choose to, just quietly in your head or out loud if you choose. Spirit, show me a message in my strongest channel. Just noticing what you're noticing. Do you see an image? Hear a word? Feel a sensation? Or do you just know something instantly? What is the first thing you noticed? Staying relaxed and receptive and trusting and knowing that whether you receive something instantly right now or not, it will all be revealed in divine timing. Take a nice deep breath in. I invite you to start to bring a little bit of movement back into your body, wriggling your fingers and your toes, bringing the attention to behind your eyelids, bringing yourself completely back into your body, taking a nice deep breath into your belly, breathing out. And when you're ready, blinking your eyes open. Hello and welcome back. Sometimes we need to do this a few times to train our brain to look for something. Especially if we've had a busy day and there's a lot going on, where there's a lot of mind chatter going on. Sometimes we are literally trying to tell our brain what to think or see or visualize, and we don't want to be micromanaging when it comes to our clears. We want to be tuning into our natural abilities. So if you want to do this again, you can do this daily, to be honest. This is something that we are building the muscles up. You know, of course, we have all the clears, but we want to build on all of them. So you may get different answers each time you do it, but today, specifically, our intention was to pick up on the dominant clear that we're utilizing at the moment, and that most probably is the dominant clear that you've been using your entire life. Okay, so what was it? I am actually dying to know. What was the dominant clear? Did you see anything, even if it was like a quick little flash? Did you see anything in your mind's eye, behind your eyelids? Maybe it was a color, maybe it was a number, maybe it was a word, maybe it was a picture. Maybe it was really, really small and short or subtle. Maybe it was big. I don't know. Did you hear anything? Maybe you heard yourself speaking. Maybe you were having a conversation backwards and forward. Maybe you got an ear pop. Maybe it was an internal or an external clairaudient. Did you sense anything? Did you sense a feeling? Did you sense anything like an emotion? Did you have a body sensation, inward or outward? Or did you just know something? Sometimes we just know it. I'm clairaudient. I'm clairsentient. I'm clairvoyant. How do I even know that? I don't even know how I know that. I just know it. So I'm curious, what came through for you? I always say to know spirit is to know self. And you are gifted. Your clear is your superpower, for sure. The biggest secret I can tell you is when we stop comparing ourselves to others, which is ridiculous, because how could we ever compare ourselves to others? We're all so unique and so different. But once we stop comparing, all starts amplifying in our very own worlds, because we're not externally seeking validation. We're not externally seeking our very own wisdom that nobody can give us but ourselves. We just simply see ourselves as mirrors of others. And if that is how we learn, that's great when it's in higher expression. But if we are thinking that we are less than, or we lack because we're seeing the gifts other people have, we are going to be limiting ourselves. Your clear, your dominant clear, is literally a portal to open you up to your mediumship gifts. No matter how subtle or loud it was, when I tuned into the subtlety of Clairsentience, I realized there was this whole world waiting for me. I dove in. It wasn't easy. It was simple, but it wasn't easy. It was a bit of a different way of perceiving things. And I was clearing the blocks as I went. And this is something I do in my programs. We're always doing clearing of the blocks, the mistaken beliefs, the limitations, and bringing forward the gifts, activating the DNA. And I know that today we activated you. We started shifting the brain, the mindset, and activating the DNA. You are gifted. Everyone is a medium. To know spirit is to know yourself, is to go inward, to get curious, to be the observer, to work with the different clears, to acknowledge the gifts that you already have, to focus on the gifts and not the lack. So I'm curious, what has popped up for you today? How are you feeling? How now? How is your body feeling? The awarenesses in mediumship, they don't really come along as a bang. They start building up upon each other. And this is what I call consciousness. I believe that mediumship and consciousness are one of the same thing. I actually believe that mediumship and consciousness are under the same umbrella. They are literally about getting to know the energy that you be and tuning into different receptions of different timelines and different dimensions, as well as getting to know different entities. I believe that mediumship is energy, and so is consciousness. So therefore, you are a medium. Here is the next step I want to tell you. Once we establish, I have this gift of clairsentience or clairvoyance or clairaudience, whatever the thing that you got, whatever that driftwood was, whatever that little golden nugget or that little bit of glitter, that little spark that you received today, the next thing to do is to train it, to hone into it, to go deep into a meditation and see what you can get out of that. And of course, in this series, you're going to have a chance to do that. Mediumship is about practice. It's a skill set that we have naturally that we must attune to expand it, to amplify who we truly be so we can share it with the world. So do you want to train this? Do you want to hone in? Do you want to practice with your skills? Are you interested in mediumship? I'm assuming you are if you're still here. If you have been through this entire activation, this entire video, let me know. Give me a heart. Let me know if you've been here this whole video. I love to see who is watching. Of course, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a beat with the trainings that are coming out. I cannot wait to see what you explore and how deep down the rabbit hole you go with your very own gifts and to see where you land. So let's keep awakening your gifts together. Let's keep diving down deep into you, into your gifts and how you can bring them out to the world. Because we all know that we must fill ourselves up first. We all know that when we discover ourselves, the world around us, the matrix around us shifts and changes, because this is your inner matrix. This is your world. These are your gifts, and the world isn't happening to you. It's all happening for you. So take this as your sign to keep going, to keep shining, to keep lighting up and amplifying yourself, so you can touch the souls of all of those that are around you in your world. This has been my greatest honor being here with you today. Take these gifts with you and make sure you share with other people. Share something that you learned today. Feel free to share the video if that feels good for you. And of course, I will see you next time.